All right. We are live, gentlemen.
Incredible. Can they hear us?
They can hear us. They can see us. We shall
Sorry.
begin. Yes. Hey, they're the ones who clicked the link. It's on them.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you're watching
Yes.
this, it's on you.
Thank
You're watching-
Shall we begin?
Who wouldn't want to see this?
Shall we begin?
Let's begin.
All right. Hello there, and welcome to Moisture Farmer's Almanac.
Oh no!
Hello, and welcome to You Have to Watch This podcast. I'm Alan.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Devin.
Each week on You Have to Watch This podcast, we make each other watch movies that one of us has never seen before. This week it was Ryan's pick, and we're rounding out our Halloween month with scary stories to tell in the dark. Before we get into that, we like to talk about things that we watched in pop culture, which we will get to. We all have something that we watched, but there are two news stories I wanted to talk about at the top of the show with you guys. I don't know if you guys can see him behind me here. Yeah, you can barely see him. But
That's Crash Bandicoot.
I got a new friend because Crash Bandicoot's coming to Netflix. In the
What?
words of Crash Bandicoot, whoa!
Wait,
Crash Bandicoot's getting an animated series on Netflix.
that's kind of incredible. I'm kind of excited for this.
Is it going
I
to
love
be a
him.
kids-focused thing?
I hope so, but also if it's geared towards me, I'm also okay with that.
I mean, I don't think I want like an R-rated Crash Bandicoot. Like he's not that guy. He's a wholesome guy.
He's just spinning around shooting
I mean-
bullets at Dr. Cortex.
I mean, rated R as in for like, it would be impressive if they went for a rated R rating based off of cartoon silliness.
That would be fine. That would be cool. That would be like that. Was the Happy Forest Friends or Happy Tree? Have you seen that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking
Happy Tree
about?
Friends,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like Happy Tree Friends. That's fine. That's fine. What I don't want is I don't want like a Detective Pikachu style Crash Bandicoot. It's like, oh my fucking ass, and then like spins into Cortex. Like I don't want that. Don't give me that.
Here's what I want. I want Crash Bandicoot not to talk. I want him to just be silent like he was in the games and only do like grunts and whoa, like little things like that. I want everything else to be dialogue. I want it to be like slapstick humor, and everyone around him talks, but he's just a mute idiot.
He's just like a force of nature. That's actually kind of cool. That's a cool
Yeah.
spin.
Yeah, Netflix. If you're hiring writers, hey,
Right here. Right here.
hello there.
The- These three.
But yeah, Crash Bandicoot was my game growing up. Like I didn't have a Nintendo 64 or Sega or Xbox. I had PlayStation, and Crash Bandicoot 2 was the first game that I bought for my PlayStation.
It's a
So
really
I
good one.
grew up on those games. I still play those games. I have 100%ed those games. Except for the first one. The first one is insane. I recommend not playing it because it's like
It's really hard.
it's really hard, and I refuse. But maybe one day if I'm really bored. But yeah, I'm super excited by this news. So I wanted to share that with you guys, get your takes on it. But there's some other news, Devin. I don't know how big a news this was across the pond, but it looks like you're getting new Doctor Who next year.
I know. I think he's back for Christmas. They are back for a Christmas special, right?
They are back for a Doctor Who Christmas special next year. Russell T Davies is returning. It'll be on the BBC in the UK. And as far as the United States goes, like
Eh.
they,
No.
they've ended their partnership with Disney Plus, so it no longer be there. So I don't know where it's going to end up here. Hopefully somewhere that I already subscribed to, because I don't want to pay anything else.
No, listen, this is what Doctor Who is meant to be in the States. It's meant to be this weird thing that you're into from overseas. You're meant to not be able to stream it on anything mainstream. It's meant to be seen on a blurry phone screen so the effects don't look that bad. And everyone else is meant to not quite understand why you're into it. That is what Doctor Who is. It can't be anything more.
Devin, I have a serious question to ask you.
Yes.
Have you ever seen a Jedi hold a sonic screwdriver?
No, but am I gonna?
Yeah.
Ah! Oh Oh man, I can't tell you. I went to Comic-Con last weekend, and
Oh.
I almost got talked into buying at least 3 different varieties of slightly psychic paper, all of which had a card inside that would say "You're hot" when you showed it. And then I can't tell. Yep, that one. The one guy, I love him. I love his sales pitch. I'm not saying no, but one of them made me smell it. He goes, "Just smell it." It's not part of the lore, man. I don't want to smell it.
What did it? Oh, so you didn't smell it?
I did. It smelled like leather. He wanted to show me that it was real leather, which was fine, but like I can see that and feel
See,
that.
if I was him, I would have had it been like a special scent,
Right?
like sprayed it with like cologne or something. But
Like Time Lord. Like
yeah,
it's what David Tennant's like left butt cheek smells like on the daily. Yeah.
yes. The psychic paper just smells like David Tennant's ass.
You just not whole ass, just left butt cheek.
Okay.
That's the clean one.
Okay.
I think it would be funny if it was a running joke that it smelled like burnt scones.
That would be funny.
All right. Speaking of the UK, another show that getting into things that I watched the finale of Only Murders in the Building last night.
I watched the finale of Only Murders in the Building.
Gotta say,
Guess who didn't watch it?
yeah, I gotta say they sucked at the landing on this one. I was very worried at the beginning of the season, but I'm very happy with how the season played out. The finale won me back, and I am very excited for season 6, which is going to London. So Devin, will you be appearing on Only Murders in the Building next season?
I'm their version of Howard. I'm just him now.
You're British Howard.
Yeah, I am. I don't even have an accent. I'm just like, I'm Howard now, but British, and that's the gag. But now that they're gonna be here, I want to find them. Like, I want to know where they're filming.
Oh yeah, you could probably get a job on the set. Just be like, hey, I used to live in LA. They'll hire you.
I have 0.5 SAG-AFTRA credits. Yes, please.
Oh, do you really?
I do. I do have half a credit.
Nice.
Yeah.
From
yeah.
what?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was something I did in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Oh, was it Person Being a Wallflower?
No, because it was only my legs in that one stadium shot that I don't think made it into the movie.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to remember what else what we have next. Oh, Devin, you watched a thing going from London to Korea.
Listen, guys, I didn't just watch a thing. I watched a thing twice. I watched K-pop Demon Hunters twice. Are you guys gonna watch this, or do I have to make you watch this?
You're probably gonna have to make me watch this.
Ryan, am I gonna have to make you watch this? You're gonna be good and watch it on your own.
Seriously, until now, I thought it was like a kids anime thing. I didn't even realize that it was like a serious one until I saw it pop up in our group chat. I'm like, oh, okay, this is more of this is definitely not what I thought it was if Devin's watching it. So
I mean, the range of things that I watch are pretty broad. But listen, the plot's fun, the music slaps, the animation's very cool. I don't have a fault with this movie. I've seen it twice now with 2 different groups of people. At some point, I'm gonna make it a third. Maybe not now. We've done a lot of Halloween-y, demon-y things, but at some point, we'll get there.
Okay. I'm down for that. Yeah, I will probably watch this eventually. The song "Golden" keeps coming up on the radio. On the radio, they play it on the radio here in the States.
Wow, it's really good. I don't know what radio in the UK sounds like. I'm not around radios, but it does make my on repeat list on Spotify.
I think it sounds something like "Chip Chip Cheerio." It's 11 o'clock.
Hello, governor. Welcome to the radio. What? No, it's not it. It's not that. That's my best impression. I'm not good at it.
Yeah. And then finally, Ryan, you and I watched a thing, not together, but separately. Tell us about what you thought of it. Welcome to Derry.
I'm in love with it from after the first episode. I I can't wait to see where it goes from here. Like, it is everything that I was hoping and more from everything I've seen. So, also biased because I love the It storyline. So,
I am really enjoying it so far. The first episode took some turns I was not expecting, but it's also setting up this greater world of Stephen King universe, which I'm excited for because it's something that they've hinted at before, but they're really leaning into it now with a certain someone from the Overlook Hotel working in Derry, and I cannot wait. Devin, who do you think it is?
I don't want to. Is it Jack Nicholson's character?
No.
Oh no.
No.
Is it the bartender?
No, it's Dick. Dick Holland.
Oh, that's cool. So hold on. I don't want to burst your bubble, but like Stephen King's Connected Universe is just like Massachusetts, right?
Maine. It's Maine.
Maine. They're the same thing.
No,
it's
no,
not.
they are
No,
not.
It's not. No, it's not. It might be New England, but no.
Just because Massachusetts did that thing with the T once doesn't mean you have to put everything evil in Massachusetts, Devin.
Oh, I'll bring it up again. Don't worry.
Okay.
Is it? So hold on. Is this just like, what if it didn't end and it is still happening? Like,
No.
I don't actually know the conceit of this. This is genuine ignorance.
This is a prequel to It. It is 27 years before It Chapter 1.
Okay.
And each season is going to tell the previous 27 years. So this is just a prequel to what happened in Derry before this group of people, before the story we know.
And then next season's going to be the 27 years before this one.
Supposedly, yes. That's from what I understand. It could be a continuation of these 27 years, but I'm not sure.
I just now really want this show to do so well so we get to the dinosaur years.
But if you know anything about the story of It, Pennywise isn't here then, Devin.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Well, what if he was? You don't know that he wasn't.
It's in the book.
Oh,
Read
no,
a book, Devin.
I can't read. I don't know how.
We do,
Audiobook, man.
we do honestly know.
Is it just that he's an alien that came down to Earth at some point?
Yeah.
Spider alien.
He's an
Spalien?
alien. He's an alien who has beef with a turtle.
Does he have other alien spider friends, or is he the only one? There's your plot. He's got other spider friends. Netflix.
There is a fan theory that Mary Poppins is from the same species, but on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Like the good version of it.
Yeah.
I want to get into the politics of the planet It in the way that they're getting into the politics of the Predator movies. I want to get to that point, please.
It's very strange that they're making a prequel to It and not just adding an S to it and making a sequel. It's like
It's. Oh,
and it's just,
well
it's
done.
just the Skarsgård guy and Tim Curry as Pennywise, like both versions of Pennywise.
Oh man, who's a better It for you guys? Who's a better Pennywise?
Tim Curry's a classic. Like,
Yeah.
do you have Prince Albert in a can? Well, you better let him out. Like,
It's so good.
yeah.
Fucking chewing the scenery the whole time.
My sister told me that she was showing my 9-year-old niece horror movies for Halloween this year, and I told her show her It, like the Tim Curry version. Like, it's scary enough, but also like not as scary because it was TV. So
Yeah.
like it's creepy. It's got the creepy clown, but it's not like nightmare inducing. I don't think.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Did she see it?
not yet. This was like yesterday. I told her this.
Oh.
Yeah, I love Tim Curry and his It, but I like Skarsgård's like version for it when it comes to the just basic overall horror, like to make it a horror. at this point in my life, I like the new version of Pennywise better. The old version is more like nostalgic and like it's a comfort 4-hour long movie. It's like it's not scary in the least. So, but again, yeah, like the whole Prince Albert thing and just other bits from that version of it is just classic.
Tim Curry's such a gem of a human. I love him.
And I occasionally I just call people Bucko for fun, and I have to do it like I'm Tim Curry. Oh, come on, Bucko! Like, yo, throat tail. Like, that's my Tim Curry impression.
I wish I had a better one. His clip of him going spies like lives rent free in my head forever.
All right,
Stop eating my sesame cake.
All right, let's get into today's main topic. Each week we go through and pick a movie at least one of us has never seen before. This week it was Ryan's pick. He picked the 2019 film Scariest Stories to Tell in the Dark. Devin or Ryan, I'm going to let you take it away.
Okay. Scary. So the 2019 movie Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I'm not. So my history with this movie is I was interested in this right off the bat. Because even though I had problems with reading when I was younger, I loved the illustrations that was in the actual book. And Kristen and I don't know if this is my copy from childhood or her copy from childhood. Or if this is like a reprint that one of us bought when we were like 10 or 12 or something like that. But it's a book just collected of random scary stories that are good for kids, that are, scary enough for kids, but like still kind of creepy for like adults. The illustrations are amazing. And so when this movie came out, I was ecstatic for it. Kristen was ecstatic for it. And we were like, it could have been done better, but we were very happy with it. And we've both just keep on liking it more and more after like each year goes by. So this is a definite watch that we watch at least once or twice in October every year. So that's my history with it. That's where I am currently with it. You guys, whichever one wants to go first. Your history with it.
Well, I think it's safe to say Dev is not familiar with books because he said earlier he cannot read. I also have never read the books, but seeing the covers, I recognize them from like book fairs and stuff.
Yeah.
And like libraries. I had to look up if this was based off of a book series in my research for the film. Not that I did much, but I have heard of this film. There's an actor in this that I'll talk about later that I was made aware of after this film. And we'll talk about that in a bit. But I haven't really seen or heard much about this movie until we watched it.
Okay.
Didn't know this was a movie.
Kevin?
Didn't know that it was tied to a book until you showed the book. I don't know if you saw the like 1,000-yard stare I got looking at that book, but memories of book fairs gone by just washed over me. Just loads of scholastic things set up in like hallways and in gym cafetoriums coming all the way back. And like, man.
So you missed out on seeing these type of illustrations.
That's incredible. What was I doing? As a 35-year-old, love that. I would have loved that as a kid.
Yeah.
Well, Devin, once you learn to read, you can enjoy it as a 35-year-old.
Listen, what are we doing for the next 35 minutes? Ryan, can you just help me read it?
Okay.
But the podcast turns into Ryan reading it to us on the podcast.
Exactly. But no, honestly, I didn't know it was a movie, and I was shocked to find that it was related to those creepy covered books that I remember from when I was a kid.
Okay. Well, cool. So then this gets into your guys' reaction. The fact that like your first interaction with these stories is through this movie. So what was your guys' experience watching this for the first time?
So I haven't seen many horror anthologies that are made on this scale. A lot of the horror anthologies and horror films that I've been exposed to as an adult have been at horror-centric film fests where the production quality isn't always the best, and neither is the writing or the acting. I even had one where they had a scratch and sniff card, and one of them was a dirty diaper. So, that being said, I think this is one of the best horror anthologies I've ever seen. I really liked how each story had a connecting thread through these kids and how they get involved in them, and each story felt like it could stand on its own, but also it served the overall story that they were trying to tell, which I think is very tricky to do sometimes with an anthology. Is if you either want to do an anthology or you want to tell this one story. I think this film did a good mix of both.
Excellent. I couldn't have, hoped for a better reaction for
Wait,
this.
hold on. I just had an idea. Devin, you can read.
Oh, can I have that book quick? I want to try something.
Here,
Oh.
Let me see if I can shove it through the kill lens. See if I can
Wait, hold on. What was the Cowardly Lions like? The isosceles triangle is equal to the square of the hypotenuse, or something. That was his new smart phrase. That one, or that was
the
Tin Man.
Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Was it Scarecrow? Oh, whoops.
Yeah, he
Oh,
wanted the
speaking
brain.
of Scarecrow, Ryan.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ryan, I love this movie.
Awesome.
If you want my reaction, my genuine reaction for the movie, most of the time it was this.
Yeah.
Just me looking utterly aghast at the screen. I didn't realize it'd be, not body horror, but kind of. And there's some parts
That's what
that
it is.
are very visceral.
Yeah.
And I'll get into it, but I liked it. It was good. It was really fun.
Good. So speaking of body horror, that leans into one of the aspects why I like this movie so much, is that typically when you go see a horror movie, they lean into one main type of horror and then a secondary horror to kind of okay, so we're gonna do mainly existential. I think I pronounced that right. And then 2 scenes we're gonna do body horror because of just to mix things up a little bit. This movie does in some way touches almost every genre, all of the main genres. You've got existential, you've got body horror, you've got slasher, you've got all different stuff within the different stories itself. And that's one of the reasons why I've grown to like it so much. Now, one of the big differences between the book and the movie and how they because I agree with Alan when he said that they successfully molded all of the stories together. In the book itself, there is no connecting thread. Each story is completely independent from the other. These are literally just stories you can just each is maybe 2 to 3 pages, or in some cases a single page of just short stories. They did such a good job of creating a plot that could tie in all of the different stories, and they changed little aspects of the stories to fit the characters. So as an example, The Big Toe, which is a story from the first book, because there's 3 of these. So The Big Toe, there is a legit little kid gardening and pulls out a toe and turns it into a stew. He doesn't realize that it's a toe, and then the thing comes after him. Now the woman, the spirit, the ghost that comes after him is the ghost poltergeist thing from the story, The Haunted House, which ties into the haunted house that's the actual movie. So like almost every plot point in this is tied to one of the aspects of one of the stories from the 3 books.
It's very clever.
So like
I
if you
really
know
enjoy that.
the stories from all the books, yeah. So like even the main song, like the dun 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 dun, like that music box, that's the Hearst song. Like it's a full song. There's lyrics to it. There's actually there's 2 bars of sheet music in this book, to where they got that like music from. So yeah, to be honest, I'm ecstatic that both you guys loved it. So my brain, I can't like think or go forward at the moment. So Devin, you said that you have stuff you want to focus on.
Yeah, so I want to know, honestly, because I was thinking about this today, what part of it made you go, ooh, the most? Because for me, it was a mix between Spider-Face, which I wasn't ready for, and just like all of the hay coming out of everywhere. Just like for some reason, like I could feel that, like just shooting out my fingers and hay. Like I don't know, it was just like it really got me. Like that one freaked me out.
Oh boy, Devin. Be careful going into Wicked for good.
Oh no! Wait, shit.
For me, it was the big toe one was kind of like just like ooh, like that's the one that made me go like gave me the chills. Do you know how much stew they had to make for this?
How much stew do they have to make for this?
About a foot.
Oh, Alan. Oh, no.
You will laugh at my jokes.
That was good. Yeah, so the moment in this book that always gets me, and it kind of turns into it's kind of a joke between Corinne and I at this moment, because it's also her favorite moment of the movie. It's the pale lady in the red room
Oh
in the
yeah.
hospital hallway. Just her overall design, and then the way that she just like calmly envelops the kid, and like that's how he dies. Like she just envelops him, and just her look, her demeanor, everything about that creeps me out to no end, and just ugh. But Kristen sees the pale lady and is like, "Ah, she's cute." And I'm like, "No, she's not."
Listen, 35 years of Doctor Who have prepared me for the Pale Lady. I
Yeah.
think that scene's been very close.
Yeah, that's what I thought of, like Doctor Who creature. It also looked like
Yeah.
something from Studio Ghibli, like brought to life and not in a great way. Like,
I'm gonna bring Totoro to life.
yeah,
Ah.
I'm gonna bring Totoro to life on Timu. Like,
Exactly. No, that was good.
Okay. Alan, did you have anything you wanted to focus on or talk about on it?
not really. I do want to talk about the actor that I knew from this.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was he was the kid who played Chuck, Austin Zazur, which we've seen him before in a film that we've done on the podcast. He was in Clerks 3.
Was he?
Yeah, he's the one of the blockchain kids who ends up working at the Quick Stop at the end.
That's very funny.
He's also engaged to Kevin Smith's daughter, Harley Quinn Smith.
Oh, no way.
He's going to be Kevin Smith's son-in-law. But more interestingly, he played the fictionalized version of Kevin Smith in the 4:30 movie that came out last year about Kevin Smith.
I still want to watch that. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, it's on the list, so I'll be making you guys watch that here soon. But
Good.
yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I knew this is where he got his start, so it was nice seeing like where he started and seeing where he's gone because I've seen him in those other things since this. So
It is very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yes, let's try to pull something out of a hat here.
No, I got some. I got some if you need
Okay.
some, Ryan.
Yeah.
So one of the things I appreciated about the movie was I really appreciated that the way that the characters died wasn't also a moral lesson. Like they weren't like, oh, I forget what the guy's name with the toe is, but they're not like, Billy, you eat too much, and then like that was
Augie.
the story that killed
Yeah.
him. Yeah, was it Augie?
Yeah, Augie.
And I think for some reason that endeared me to the movie more because I didn't want it to turn into like a horror Willy Wonka or just Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka. I wanted it to
Yeah.
be like what it was, like a solid horror anthology. And I need to know, because you've read the book, like what stories is it missing? Like what like story do you really like from the book that you're like, oh man, if only we got the cemetery at dawn, that would have made the movie even better. Like I don't know what the stories are. I threw names together.
To be honest, when I was a kid, the Dulty Walker,
Okay.
me Tai Doti Walker, was one. Mainly because like his body falls apart and he like you can't really kill him. It just kind of like is
He was-
never ending.
Yeah, he was in this.
Yeah.
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 He was cool.
Yeah. But there's 3 of these, and because of the success of this book, a bunch of other ones came out. Like a bunch of other books like this came out, and I always get the Green Ribbon confused, thinking that it was part of the anthology of this book when it was the part of the book series. In a dark, dark room and other scary stories, I think was the title of it. And the Green Ribbon is probably one of those like scary stories from my childhood that's always stuck with me. So like my answer is a story not from this book series.
What is the Green Ribbon? Do you give me like 10-second overview?
Okay, so the Green Ribbon is about a girl that wears a green ribbon around her neck throughout her entire life. And it turns out that the ribbon was holding her head on, because at the end it comes off and her head rolls off and onto the floor.
Oh shit.
Do you know that one?
I might want to change my pick. Can I
Why?
change my pick? Can I change my pick, Alan?
for next week,
Like how enthusiastic were you for that movie?
I mean, you can change it for next week. I don't think
I'm changing it.
poster.
Good. Okay, I'm changing it. Great. Okay. We'll put a pin in that in a sec.
Okay. It's making.
But no,
I'm
that's very
very
cool.
interested now. Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah. So the Dulty Walker was one that stood out for me from the book series, and one thing about the movie too that they did was that they incorporated even shots. So like, even her own stories, like forget his name, but the kid that they meet at the drive-in, he's
Yeah.
standing in her room and he tells her that he says, hey, like, you know, he makes a comment about like how twisted her stories are, and he makes the statement about like it turns in it like his dog ends up being like a sewer rat or something like that. Like
Mhm.
that's a reference to a story from one of the books. So like even little stuff like that they do throughout the entire movie. So like the stories she writes are references to it. There are like little things that they show that are from like the illustrations from the books. Like they try to incorporate everything that they could. And when this movie came out, I remember there was a lot of talk about wanting to do a second one to incorporate the stories that they didn't do. Obviously it didn't go anywhere because they didn't make a second one. But I don't think they really need to. I think this thing stands up on its own.
Well, so I've been looking into this. They did announce a sequel.
Okay.
Oh.
the director came out and said in August of 2023, we have a story, we have a script, and according to IMDb, there is a page for it, but production is unknown. So it's kind of stuck in development, I guess.
Okay.
Probably because of the strikes a few years ago.
Yeah.
And Paramount being bought out by Skydance and trying to buy Warner Brothers and blah 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 blah. I mean, the movie sets up a sequel pretty well.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed because in the end, like they're off to look for the two kids that died.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really die. You don't see them turn into a scarecrow or anything like that. They just kind of disappear. So I think it would be really interesting to see what happens to people who you don't see die on screen, but like where are they taken to if there's this magic stuff going on.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I didn't realize that they actually got the ground running on that.
It is cool. What did you guys? And I was thinking about. So, Alan, you were telling about the horror anthologies that you've seen. How does the framing device in this compare to framing devices you've seen in other anthology series? Because from my perspective, the anthology like framing device in this is exceptional because it is a story in and of itself. I think.
The one that it made me think of the most was there was a Goosebumps series on Disney Plus a few years ago with Justin Long that tried to do something like this, and each episode was like based off of a different Goosebumps book, but it just fell flat. Like, I never finished the series. Like, it tried to interconnect and have all these stories connected, and a few episodes in, it's just like, okay, like that. We don't need to keep going back and revisiting this. Like, it didn't even like it had the expanded time to play with the stories, and it just didn't really do a good job with them. This was more compressed and was able to like make little shorts for each one because they're basically short stories, and making them work. I think it's easier to make short stories into a film like this and connect them than it is to make shorter novels into a TV series and try to make them all connected.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, because there's like I'm going through it right now, and I have just flipped through like 25 pages, and the majority of them are like the actual story itself is either one page or the front and back of a single page and the illustration next to it.
Wow.
So like that's how
those
short
are short
these
stories.
Are. Yeah.
So like them being basically just like a background reference or a visual reference or a one-off joke, like that's almost all of the story, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
That like what they did was that they sat down with all three books. And they were like, okay, let's just do a simple, like a haunted house. And because of the diversity of stories that they have in these books, they, any type of plot device they wanted to use for like the crux of the storyline being, that they picked the haunted house, they could literally just be like, okay, haunted house, let's go to that story and see if there's anything we can take out of this. And then, like, it just, I would have loved to have been in the room of them trying to puzzle this together.
I think to its credit, if the short stories are that short, the thing that you don't lose in a translation or adaptation like this is you're not like, well, I really loved the growth of the character Jim from the haunted house story, and I think that they did him dirty in this translation of it. Like, it seems like the characters are mostly in there. They're a page and a half. The characters are mostly in there to set up the horror then, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is, I mean, like, that's basically it. Like there's a story here. It's called The Thing. It introduces two characters, Ted Martin and Sam Miller. It says they were good friends, and then it's one, maybe 3 paragraphs, 4 paragraphs long. Like,
so that's all you get is they're friends.
Like page one.
Yeah.
So bright, it's not even there. So you got
No,
like
there it is.
page one and like the illustration, and then the back of that page, and then that's the story. And that's how the majority of all these are. And like and then one thing that this movie got too was that even though it didn't really do anything with the closest it got to the illustrations from the book was the pale lady, the main antagonist, the main spirit ghost, like when she forms to like scream, pale lady, when the main antagonist screams, and the Dulty Walker. Like those were the 3 times that they really pulled from like the illustration style. Because even as a kid, I remember these things like making me feel uneasy. Because one thing that they did in the book was that they used ink lines and ink drops to help with the creepiness of it. I'm gonna turn down my light a second. Maybe that might help. And so, like, as an example, like the coffin.
I mean, I definitely can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, that is just the more I see this movie, the more I appreciate it, and like it's becoming as memorable to me as the books were.
That's so cool.
So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't have to do any, convincing to you guys. I don't have to really do anything like that. The only thing I can think of is, what did you guys think of the bully at the beginning, the one who turned into the Scarecrow, and then the brother sister relationship, but between the two characters, because my two favorite lines in this that are funny is when she tells him that he's too old to be trick-or-treating, and he lies back with, well, aren't you too ugly to go out on a date? Because that's a perfect comeback for when it comes to those two. And then she calls him a butt pimple at one point, and it's schoolyard, but it's funny. So
I think it was nice to see that the bully was the only one who you actually saw his actual fate, because he kind of had it coming compared to the others in the film.
Yeah.
I like the brother-sister dynamic, and I'm hoping that they can explore that more in the sequel if they make one. Because it was nice to see that she was going off to help find them at the end. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and that's what I liked about it, where like they were like, "Oh, you butt pimple." Like, as a brother who has a sister, I've also been called a butt pimple. Like, I get it. But also, like,
Devin, that was just your nickname in high school.
Yeah, but she also called me that too. It didn't stop when I got home. But also I like that she cared. It's a good relationship. It's pretty, yeah. And I also, there was a moment where guy who ate toe, like kind of hit on the sister like for a second, and I'm like, don't end up together by the end of this. And they didn't, and I was proud.
Yeah.
It's like, good, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you think that stew tasted like mushrooms?
Oh, no, there's no way. There's no way.
Because you know toe fungus.
I hate it. I see what you did, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I love mushrooms.
Because, I mean, he chewed that thing pretty much. Like, you would think there'd be a bone in there to let you know that, like, it's a toe that you're chewing.
Nah, it's all soggy. Man, you boil that at 180 degrees for about an hour, that's all soggy. You're
Okay,
so,
or it, like, fell off the bone, like it was so perfectly cooked that it just fell off the bone.
Ooh,
so it's
tender
like,
toe meat.
It's like
That's
the
what I'm here
ribs
for.
It's like those ribs where the bone just slides right out, and all you have is like that sweet juice.
Now I'm hungry. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got stuff coming back, and it has to do with the stew.
Jones barbecue and foot massage.
Yeah.
Sponsoring tonight's show.
Yeah. If there's one thing I could change about this movie, it's
Yeah.
the scene where he finds the stew. Because
Okay.
he's on the phone with his mom. Him and his mom live together. They don't show any siblings. They don't show any grandparents living with. It's just the two of them. Maybe his stepdad, or potential stepdad might be living with them. Who knows? He finds a giant pot of stew in the fridge. He's on the phone with her and says, "Hey, I'm gonna have this stew." And clearly by their conversation, she said, "What stew?" And he said, "I don't know. Someone had to cook it." And then he eats it. The dumbness there is too much for me, even in this movie. And so I really wish that they would have shown a scene where, like, something about, the mom leaving, whatever. They show the fridge for a second open without the stew in there when she's home. And then later on, he gets off the phone with her, then goes for the stew and sees a note on it. And if you rewatch the movie, then you realize that the mom definitely didn't make that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have rathered that than him go, "Who made this stew? What do you mean you didn't? Someone had to," and then eats it.
I brought this up a couple times in the podcast, Ryan. You were just a much smarter teen than I was. You just were. I had 100% eaten that stew.
I mean, really?
Oh yeah. I would go in front of the fridge, and it didn't matter what was in there, in what condition it was in, whether it was something I knew someone bought or whatever. However it came to be in the fridge, it was now Devin's, and Devin was gonna have that, and you couldn't tell Devin he wasn't gonna.
Even if
Yeah.
there were people around you telling you that no one knew where that came from.
Oh, that would have made me eat it faster. Alan, you knew me in high school. That would have I would have been like, "Yeah, I'm gonna eat it, double it now," and I would have eaten it with one of those wooden serving spoons.
Always eating butt pimple is what we call Devin.
Always eating butt pimple. Man, that name,
Wasn't
it's
the
my nickname
best.
at work now.
Wasn't the best nickname, but hey, we were high school kids. We didn't know any better.
But it got the point. You knew who I was in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I last problem this one? I found a Devin problem in this.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Fucking. All right. It's a Tuesday night. I'm at home in my 1-story ranch suburban house. The doorbell rings. Who could it be, I wonder? I open the front door, and a small part of my front porch is on fire. I'm not going to stick my foot into the fire to stamp the fire out. My main reaction to fire isn't let me smash it, because I don't ever understand the flaming bag of poo trick. I just don't get it. It was in this, and it came on the guy's lap, and he went, "Oh, let me put it out!" And he smacked himself until it was out, and then rubbed shit on himself. I would have thrown it out of the car or something, but my reaction to anything on fire is either don't touch it, or isn't throw my hand and or foot into it. Have you guys ever stomped a fire out or smacked a fire out? Are people doing this that aren't me?
I believe I've been to bonfires where a little piece of grass will catch fire and it be very small, and I'll put that out with my foot, but nothing. No one's ever done the flaming dog poop thing. Here's my problem with this whole thing. Usually it's dog poop, but this one shows him fishing out his own turd.
Fishing it out.
Which is even more diabolical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could have shown a dog, but no, those are human turds.
Yeah.
And I don't know. My reaction to a fire is never stomp it out. Those pieces, had this been the front porch of my yard, those pieces of poo would have just sat there and roasted like marshmallows until they were done burning. I wouldn't have done a thing with them. At most, I would have just dumped some water on them from in my kitchen. Had it fallen on my lap, I don't know what I'd have done. Maybe crashed the car and just burned to death. I don't know. But I wouldn't have stomped it out with my hands like this.
So it's part of a panic response. Everyone responds to stuff differently. I've never had to deal with this situation, so I can't tell you how exactly I would deal with it. But I've seen enough of these pranks in entertainment that if I ever owned property and had a porch and I'd open up and there's a little thing like on fire, I'm not stomping on it just because of
Right.
like experience. But someone who is panicky, someone who is having a rough day, I could definitely see them doing what Al is explaining at like a bonfire, which is like just taking your foot and stomping the fire out, because that is something that you can do to put a fire out. I mean, I do have to say though, throwing anything that's lit on fire into a car like that might be grounds for attempted murder. I mean, to be honest.
Yeah. That was like beyond the pale.
Yeah.
So, hold on now. I gotta know, what's your guys' panic response? Because my panic response is pretend like nothing's wrong. Like every single time I've ever been in like a stressful situation, I've always been inappropriately chill about it to the point where it like freaks people out. Like I've like one time somebody did something in front of me, I just went, "Hey, what's up?" Because I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. And later I heard that person going, "Devin just said hey after I did this thing. Is he okay?"
No, he's not.
No, it's just no. I didn't grow up on these books. That's why.
My panic response can be that, like, I can be very calm in the situation, but other times, like, son of a, like, and just like start panicking.
Yeah.
But not like panicking, but like just getting a little bit mantic with like what need, like trying to take charge of the situation. But yeah.
That makes sense. Ryan, what happens when you panic? Like, flaming bag of poo comes into your window, lands on your lap. My reaction, based on what I just said, is, this happens sometimes.
Stop the car immediately where I am and get out. And where that bag lies, it lies. Like, I'm not going to try to touch it. I'm literally just going to slam the brakes on the car and get out.
Yeah.
It falls on top of a neighbor cat.
Let insurance deal with the rest.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not about to try to stick my hands into flames.
Nope.
So I wanted to end today's episode, but have you guys ever heard of 2-sentence horror?
I haven't. Tell me more.
There's a Reddit page called 2-sentence horror, where it's just horror stories told in 2 sentences.
Oh.
I wanted to read a few because they're brief. These are just some of the top ones. So let me find one that here's a good one. My husband has been very upset with me since my failed suicide attempt. He's crying nonstop and won't acknowledge me.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Been done, 6 cents.
Yeah. Exactly.
No,
But still, it's still good though.
Yeah, it's
Others is.
She said last time we're stuck in a time loop, which really pisses me off because that's what. I saw a good one here. Tinder is completely useless and I don't have a single match. If I don't find another way to start a campfire tonight, I'll freeze to death.
Oh. That took a turn. I like that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to do one.
All my life, my parents have told me not to open the basement door, but I got curious and disobeyed them. What is it that glowing ball in the sky? What is that glowing ball in the sky, and why does my eyes hurt?
Ooh. See, I like that they leave a lot to the imagination. I really appreciate that about them.
There was another good one. Battery is at 1%. I looked at the Earth one last time before my suit ran out of power.
Ooh, that one's sad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hopefully they'll freeze to death before they lose oxygen.
Yesterday I visited my boyfriend who was serving a life sentence in prison. As I watched that asshole shaking and pissing himself in fear, I knew he was finally regretting beating me to death.
Wow.
That
Oof.
I did not read that one beforehand, and that took a turn.
No, but I mean to death. Like
yeah.
that's a hell of an ending. I want to do this now. I want one.
Yeah. Do it. That's all I've got.
My favorite thing about the Mona Lisa is that her eyes follow you around the room. But why is she breathing?
Ooh. Is that a Devin original?
I just came up with that. Yeah. I just had the tagline "Why is she breathing?" in my mind, and I'm like, well, I don't know. It's Mona Lisa. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
I love this. It's very fun. My writer brain just it tickles the right
Yeah.
parts. That's really cool.
Yeah. All right. I think that does it for today's episode. Devin,
Cool.
next week is your pick. What do you have for us?
Yeah. All right. So this has been a roller coaster for the both of us, for just me, but because of the conversations that we have, I've changed my pick. It is now going to be 2021's The Green Knight, starring Dev Patel.
Okay.
Do you guys know this one?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I have not seen it. So.
All right, Ryan, do you know anything about this movie?
It meets the criteria.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Hopefully it's easy
No.
for you guys to find.
It should be.
Is it Green
Okay.
Night as in like nighttime or
No. Like as
Knight.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're doing this one. I'm excited. This has been in my back pocket for a while. And we had perfect segue into this. It's outside of horror, which is really what I wanted for this next one. Because we've been on a bit of a run now, and I want something drastically different.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to that next week. You can watch that with us. You can watch us talk about that next week right here on You Have to Watch This podcast on our Twitch, YouTube, Facebook pages. You can listen to You Have to Watch This podcast on all major podcasting platforms. Until next time, for You Have to Watch This podcast, I'm Alan.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Devin.
You were the chosen one! You said you'd bring balance to the Force, not destroy it! See you next week. May the Force be with you.
I love it.